All right, viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the platform. Wait, let me take my glasses off because, this is no glasses type of thing. I drop it on the floor. No, I put it right here so in my pocket because I might need it. However, guys, as you can see, I have a guest here with me. And I have some question to ask him. I have to write it down. You guys know I'm the person who like to freestyle, come up with the questions out of my head. But I know as you watch this, you're wondering, who is this guy? We've never seen him. But guys, I've known him for more than, 2 years? How long have I known him for?
About 2.5 years.
Yeah, good while. So, I don't know nobody way, but he's kind of quiet. But however, guys, we're going to introduce him, He's ex-military as myself. All of the military things that you see I post, he knows times 10. Most of the things that I know, I have to call him and ask him about it. And one thing I like about you, Bassa, is you never withhold information. She never withheld information from nobody at all. Once you need the information, he'll provide it. And that's how my journey with getting some of the benefits that I need to get from the military. He was the one like, yo, wake up, CMR. You did the job, So you guys have to follow him, though. He has a platform. I'm going to put his link in the comment section and in the description. And I want you guys to get over there and follow him. He's a positive guy. If you want information about the military, go flood him. Ask him a question. As a matter of fact, when you start asking me, I'm going to tell you to go ask him. But anyways, too much talking from me. Introduce yourself.
All right, guys. How y'all doing? Everybody call me Bassa, but I'm originally from Jamaica. Ex-military. Was a part of the United States Army. Spent about 3 years, retire with 100% disability. For right now, I'm just taking it easy, spending a little bit of time with, Mr. Cushy in here, and taking it one step at a time.
Yeah. So, guys, one of the reasons why I brought him on is not just to tell you guys to follow his platform or anything, but I honestly think that sometimes when you meet people and they have the purest of intentions, you have to not just keep that for yourself and express it. And I told him about the YouTube and providing the information, not just to one and two person, but, to the masses. And guys, don't follow him and think it's only military content. He's going to post other things. You understand me? I'm just telling you that he has military background, so you can ask him them questions there, So, Bassa, guess what? I have 10 questions here that I want to ask you.
All right, no problem.
All right. And guys, out of these 10 questions, I think, some of them might be personal. Some of them might just be, but you're going to get to know him. And it's not going to be the first time I have him on this platform. You understand me? He's going to be here back again. So I just want to know that and get familiarized with him. Anything you want to say before me jump in on them questions?
No, man, just jump right into it.
So you're not nervous?
No.
All right.
No,
so you're not afraid of me ask you?
No.
All right, guys. So here what I do know. The first one I'm going to ask you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Simple. Can you tell us about your experience growing up in Jamaica? And guys, one of the reasons why I'm asking is because he has Jamaica background. And everybody have a story. You understand me? So I believe getting to know that will make you get to know him, and then you can judge his character and see if you like him. Anyways, answer that.
Well, honestly, growing up in Jamaica, it wasn't easy. And a lot of folks can attest to it. Growing up in Jamaica, you're going to have extreme hardship.
Yeah.
And I went through extreme hardship. My parents, they went through extreme hardship, but they still went through the hardship and provided stuff for me, in order for me to be a little bit more successful in a lot of stuff that I'm successful in.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, I never always get the stuff that I wanted, but, they provided the necessary stuff that I needed. Sometimes I may, wanted a little toy.
Or a bicycle. Everybody want a bicycle.
But, they cannot afford it.
Yeah.
So, guess what? I have to do without it.
Yeah.
But, growing up, I still have cousins and so who may have a bicycle and, we play around and then we say, all right, here we go and take a ride off of the bicycle and go up the road and come back. So, that was it growing up in Jamaica. It wasn't easy, but it was fun at the same time.
Yeah. All right. I mean, guys, I think that's a fair question for me to ask. One of the reasons, I said, because I love when I meet Jamaicans, I love to hear their story. Because to me, everyone have one. And one of the things you said that is key, you said your parents didn't have it, but they tried their best to make sure
Right.
you don't really see that they don't. And that's the same thing with even my kids. I might not be a millionaire, but when they grow up, they might say, yo, my parents did rich because I try to make sure whatever they want, I provide. If I can't, I explain to them and tell them, you know what, give me some time. Or if your grades, because I use this trick on them, and I'll be like, if you get an A in this class, knowing that the next report card is going to be 2 months down the line, we say, if you get an A in another class here, you're going to get it.
Right, you're encouraging them.
Encourage, yeah. So, yeah, all right. Next question now for the white paper. All right. What motivated you to leave Jamaica and move to the United States? Hey, yo, them question are body no.
Well, that one they're kind of hard. But honestly, America has a lot of opportunities. And not saying that Jamaica don't have any opportunity or opportunities, but I mean, look at it this way. You may see a job out there in Jamaica that you want, and the job requires for you to have 5 CXC and probably experience. Here in America, you don't really need a high school diploma or any experience to get that job. So that was one of the things that motivated me. And at the time, I had a visa, and I just couldn't deal with certain things that Jamaica had to offer at the time.
Yeah.
So I decided that, hey, I had a visa. And honestly, guys, let me be honest. I was in Louidasville.
Yeah.
Right? And I was sitting on a veranda in Louidasville.
Wait, Louidasville, up I didn't sit that side of this?
Yeah, Louidasville.
Do you know how close to this I'm from?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was in Louidasville, sitting on a veranda. And I was saying to myself, what is my purpose here? I need a good job, I need to help out with a lot of stuff. I need to help my parents and all of that.
Yeah.
How can I do that?
Yeah.
And I was saying to myself, well, I have a visa. Why not go to America and see what opportunity I can embark in there? And if there is no opportunity there, well, I have to come back to Jamaica and figure out stuff. So I take the leap of faith and leave Jamaica, come to America, and, try a lot of stuff. Bear in mind, there are some of the stuff that I didn't like, but I endured throughout it and do what I have to do. And I'm telling you guys, I am not lying. It was worth it.
Yeah. So, it is safe to say then you wanted to experience what people used to tell you about, yo, foreign this and foreign that.
Not really.
No?
Not really, because sometimes, I'm not going to bash Jamaican people.
Yeah.
I love Jamaicans.
Yeah.
But some Jamaicans would come here to America and come back and, oh, America is like this and it good and, them,
And discourage you.
and right.
Yeah.
Some of them would give you false hope. But, I came here, me experience it, and I like it. So, I stay. And I make use of the opportunity.
Exactly. And guys, I want you to know this. When I was serving, I was exposed and I got certain, I would say, what do you call it? Disabilities that I never knew was I could be compensated for it. You understand me? And this person here walked me through certain things and say, oh, this is what happened. You serve, this is what happened to you. You ever wonder why your back hurt or why this or that? And I was like, oh, so not only that. So when you see me on my platform and I advocate all the time, say, yo, join the military, I'm not telling you that, oh, it's going to be the best at everything. You're going to have your experience. You're going to be like, it's the worst thing you've ever done in your life. Right. But at the end of the day, once you serve honorably and you come out, there are some benefits that you can get. And as I said, reach out to him at his YouTube channel. And you have an Instagram or you not use Instagram?
Yeah, I have an Instagram as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna provide that. You want to tell them it or you want to provide it now?
Oh, you can put it in the link.
Yeah, I'll provide it in the link, guys. So yeah, man. But we're not done with that, brother. 10 questions. Me saying I two that alone. I'm to you, brother. Anyways, how did the cultural background, what me alright? How did the cultural background and upbringing in Jamaica shape your experience and perspective upon arrival in the US? A school me there. How am to now? Got you.
Why, Christian, yeah, hit me with some questions.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Some college question. It might hit me with it.
Yeah, man.
But honestly, I mean, growing up in Jamaica, you know how our parents grew up.
Mm-hmm.
We have to like be polite and have manners.
Yeah.
And growing up in Jamaica and growing up in that culture and coming here with all of that,
Yeah.
it never really changed.
Yeah.
You know, you come to Rome, you know,
You do what the Romans do.
you have to just do what the Romans do. It's not everything what the Romans do, you have to do still.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
just follow the rules and the regulations.
Yeah.
So there was not much changes.
Yeah.
We just come here, you know, follow the rules, follow the regulations, be polite. Good morning, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. And that's just about it. If them want to answer, them answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving forward then. Zin, can you describe your experience joining the US Army? I like them questions because I want the people them know.
All right. It was a wild experience, people.
Jano.
But when I joined, or before I joined, I wanted to join the United States Navy. And I can remember working with this guy. While working with the guy, it's like every week when we work with the guy, when we get my pay, it's like a pure run around. The guy even end up give me like couple bunks check. Well, and I'm like, I'm like, we can't live like this. So a friend of mine reached out to me and was like, hey, why you don't join the Navy? And I'm like, good idea. So for about 2 weeks, I've been called in the Navy recruiting office.
Yeah.
And for the 2 weeks me I call them, nobody answered the phone.
Wow.
So
Army the thing, and that's why I'm telling you, Army thing there.
True. I end up going to the recruiting office like couple days in a row.
Yeah.
Trying to like talk to somebody from the Navy. And every time I go there, the Army personnel, they would just look at me and they would be like, you should come over here.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's what they said to me. You should come over here.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah. But I had a friend who lived like, not live. She had a restaurant like pretty close. Right? She had a restaurant pretty close and she knew a recruiter.
Yeah.
Who put me onto the Army.
Yeah.
And when she put me onto the Army, it was like a done deal right there.
Yeah.
So, you know, my experience in the military, it was fabulous. You have times whereby which I didn't like.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. So before that lead me to a question where I should have added on this, but I'm gonna just ask you now since we're on the topic of the military. So far, what would you say to a 19-year-old youth right now, right? Is jobless, have great potential to become somebody, but finance is stopping him from going to school, and he keeps getting fired from job, or he just doesn't have the resources to make it to the job, right? But he's scared of the military. He's like, I don't want to do that. That would be the last thing he have to do if he have to do something. When you meet up on person who not interested in the military, I make it a point of duty if you try convince them the benefits of being a part of the military. Do you think it's wrong for me to like try to change someone's mind to do it? And would you do the same if you see a young man and you know the military would probably give him an opportunity, but he's like, no, I'm done with it. Would you just respect his opinion, or you'd like, you know what, open his mind to it because knowledge is power? What would you do?
All right. To be honest, I would do the same thing like what you did. But on the other hand, I would still have to respect his opinion.
Yeah.
But look at it from this.
Me nah respect you. Me tell.
No, look at it from this way.
When it come to the military, guys, if me a convince somebody, me a find every way if you make you know, say, yo, at least think about it. If me not gonna tell you bring it, me not gonna drag you and say go in. But me gonna say, yo, think about it. But you're right though. The way you say, respect his opinion. To be honest, I saw you have to do it. But yeah, continue.
Well, the military itself provide everything for a 19-year-old go right up until whatever age you join. The military provide everything for you. You want a house, the military provide that for you. You want a car, the military will provide that for you. You want to go back to school, the military will provide that for you. Whatever you need, the military will provide for
Help
you.
you get jobs. If you're homeless, they'll put you in houses. They got a lot of things, but you know, a different set of story for that. But yeah, nevertheless, yeah.
If you're here and you only have a green card, the military will give you citizenship.
So I got it.
That's how I got mine. Right?
Okay.
So the military can do a lot for you. You know, I started school. Look, when I leave high school in Jamaica, I never have any subject. And the military put me through college. And I don't pay a dime. Not even 1 penny. So my encouragement to like people who live here in America, try out the military, give it a chance.
Yeah.
Give it a chance.
Give
and you
it.
will see the result and the outcome. Because, may I tell you,
You see, I'm living proof. Yo, I'm going back to school because of him. I was aware of the 9/11, the GI Bill they give every military. I was aware of that. He was like, yo, look here, man. Don't touch that yet. At least you can save it for your kids or you can use it later on. Use this program that I am in to go back to school, which turns out to me be a better option than even 9/11. We're going to talk about that on the next video because this is the first time we are bringing back here. And that's why I think you need to, if you're there more often, you see me? Make we jump on the question them. All right, so how did your time in the U.S. Army impact your personal and professional growth?
well, my time in the military never really impacted my personal and professional, growth because
Yeah.
I was already disciplined. So
Yeah.
being in the military, we just follow the rules
Just
and the
enhance that.
regulation. They say for that PT before 6:30, I'm there. So we just follow the rules and the regulation. Bear in mind, sometimes we don't like it, but guess what? We just work with it. So yeah, it didn't really bother me that much.
Okay. For me, what I said, it helped me in terms of that. Make me be more disciplined. And even sometimes now, I slack off when I'm ready. All right. How did you adjust to the military life and the challenges that came with it?
Wow. I mean, adjusting to the military life, at first, it wasn't easy, especially when I just started basic training. We have to be up at 4:30 in the mornings, every morning, and then worst of all, where I was training, it was very cold. So that was hard to adjust to.
Yeah,
and I
man.
had to do that for at least 10 weeks. But after that, it was just easy peasy going along. So yeah, it wasn't so bad.
All right. And put on the headphone car. You don't know. I think your master a microphone already. All right. Watch out now, guys. Zane, we got a few more questions. No worry, Ed. I like how you answer them too because some of my answer I was expecting, you give me a curveball. Like, for example, the professional growth or growth. But that's why I said, guys, I'm happy I did this interview with him because it now let you know the type of person this man is. very much discipline even before the military. So imagine what the military do to him after, more discipline. But yeah, that's good. Let's move on again. What was the biggest lesson you learned during your time in the army?
Biggest lesson that I learned in the military is dreams without goals are just dreams. And what that basically
Explain that, yeah.
what that basically means is that even though you join the military or whatever you decide to do in life and you have dreams, you're gonna always have dreams, but if you don't have goals to go with that dreams, it doesn't make sense. You have to have goals to go along with your dreams.
Okay.
Just a perfect example. I had a dream whereby which, I wanted to, do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I said to myself, I would like to learn how to do YouTubing. And Kushian looked at me and said, well, what are your goals? And it had me sit and it had me thinking. I had to figure out the goals, how to deal with YouTube and how to accomplish moving forward.
Yeah.
So with the dreams is good, but without having the dreams without the goal, you can't move forward. So that's what it basically means.
Good point. And looking at it from that explanation, solid. All right. Now you might have an idea what these questions are like. It's more like a tell them, explain it, and me also learn from where you are set to. All right. What are your experience transitioning from the military to civilian life? Guys, once you serve in the military, you're no longer a civilian. Civilian, I want them whenever serve. You see me? I like using, I'm not a civilian, man. But anyways, answer that.
I don't know how to answer that one there, though, but you probably have to go help me out with that one there. But transitioning from the military to civilian life was one of the most scariest moments in my whole entire life. I've never gone through something that is as scary as that. One of the things that I look at is I remember a sergeant said to me, people normally who leave out of the military end up homeless. And when me I drive go work one morning, me drive past one of these guys with the what you call them? What you call the guys that hold up the paper?
The homeless guy then with the paper. You know what you're talking.
Yeah, so me drive past one of them guys there. In the time when me had the transition, and I'm like, oh my God, I wonder if this are gonna reach me right about now. So that was like really scary. But transitioning is not that bad. The army makes provisions. Everything there is for your transition from military to civilian life, and they also provide jobs for you. So I thought it was the sergeant told me say it was bad, which he lied. But when I went through the actual process, it was easy, and there was so much accommodations. That's all I know about the VRE, which I told you about.
Oh.
Yeah, so it wasn't hard. It was really
mine
easy.
was different. I was worried too, and they keep telling you, make sure you have a job lined up when you get out. Why am I have a job lined up and I'm here?
Well, the military provide all of that because them even do something on USA Jobs. They make you sign up on USA Jobs and you can get a job.
See, I wish I had those information when I was, because I was scared to do all of that too. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I was saying that was my scariest move too. When I was supposed to transition, I was worried about that. But if I had known those the information that you knew at the time, it would have been a better situation for me. All right. Next question. Zimmy. It's a drain down. All right. what have you been up to since you leave the army? And what are you currently focused on right now?
Well, since I've been out the military, I've been doing a lot of stuff. I did a little bit of landscaping, a little bit of irrigation. But while I was doing those, I decided that I was gonna continue with school. So I'm actually in school, finishing up my bachelor's in. I'm actually doing a bachelor's of art in criminal justice.
Criminal justice.
But for right now, I think I'm gonna switch and do a bachelor's in cybersecurity.
Why cybersecurity?
Hey, computer changing entire globe right now, so I have to get with the program.
Get with the program. Get with it or make it leave you. All right, the final question. How has your cultural background experience growing up in Jamaica and serving in the army influence your goals for the future?
Wow, it's a tough question, but my Jamaican background and also my military background doesn't really influence my future. But to be honest, my Jamaican background as well as the military helped me because it made me disciplined, right? It also pushed me to become a better person.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really have much to say on that. I only can say those two.
Yeah. Well, guys, I asked him 10 questions. What I want you to do, any question you have, you can leave it in the comment section. And I want you to use your channel and respond to those questions. So that way you could also find his platform easy. So if you see a question in the comment section and you know it's like military related or it's pertaining to this that we just did, just comment underneath it and let them know your response. Guys, I like today. How you feel?
Today feel good, man. Today feel good.
Yeah, man. I like it, man. It's a pleasure to have you over here. And
it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. At
Yeah,
least I'm able to get the word out there,
Yeah.
and a lot of veterans can definitely reach out to you
Yes.
and ask you a few stuff about
Yes.
the VRE and other stuff,
Yeah.
and you can relate to them.
And the VRE program, guys, is another program for you to go back to school. But in that program, though, you have to have some form of disability, at least 10% or 30.
Yeah, 10%
Yeah.
service connected.
Service connected, and you're eligible, but you still have to go through the process. He make me go through it. If I never feel him, they would even accept me in the program, to be honest. So I'm grateful for that, and I always have the platform for you. I'm one years grow to become. You have the information we share to the masses, and not just for yourself. And you're one good person, so good things have happened for good people. You see me?
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Like anything else I want to say to the people?
Well, thank you everybody for watching, and
Yeah, man.
thanks to Mr. Carter as well. He's the one that's helping me to grow as well, because honestly, he's doing a lot to help me as well, because I'm not the only one helping him.
Yeah.
He also motivates me as well, because there are a lot of times when he would come to me and he's like, "Hey, why you don't do this?" And I'm like, I can't really focus on that. And he's like, "Hey, you have to push yourself." So
Yeah, man.
him is also a motivator as well. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate him taking the time out to do all of this as well.
Yeah, man. No problem, man. We're there.
Honestly, guys, he's a really good person, and I'm not gonna lie, him take a lot of time out to help a lot of people.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I say.
Manners.
I say who? Yeah, man. So, guys, big up on yourself. Make sure y'all stay tuned. And this what I'm doing, guys. I just told him off the year, see, I just open my mind to do this more often with even others. So, we just have a segment, guys. While this was just supposed to highlight him, it might be something continuous with other, maybe myself or other. A matter of fact, I'm gonna bring Chrissy on. Shit, what you think?
Definitely.
I'll do that.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. So big up on yourself, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the platform. That's how you grow the platform. Make sure you press the like button. Make sure you engage, because that's what the algorithm likes. And also go over to his platform, to his channel. The link will be in the comment and description. And make sure y'all comment. A matter of fact, when y'all subscribe, find one of his videos and say, yo, I'm over here from this video. Yeah, understand me? So we know who and who they over there from, you know? So big up on yourself. Until next time, we out.